This is Always from Chalk. Wanted to give you guys a quick demo of scheduled queries, which are our most powerful, essentially scheduled job, and they let you run entire feature pipelines on a schedule. And so this is actually a superset of a SQL resolver scheduled run or a Python resolver scheduled run. And so the cool thing about this is that these features might come from Postgres, these features might come from ClickHouse, and then these features are computed by like hitting a Python resolver and passing in the data we pulled in from those other two data sources into like an LLM call, and then pulling features out. And so the schema of this is pretty similar to that of an offline query. So we still have things like store online, store offline. You can pass in different bounds, like a lower and upper bound, a maximum number of samples to run it on. The biggest difference is that we have incremental resolvers. And so if I look at the resolver that's connected to the scheduled query, I can see that we can explicitly tell Chalk that we're going to run this incrementally, we're going to do this by row, and then the column that you're going to use to know what data to pull that's new is this meeting scheduled start time. So we're going to use this as our high watermark, and then everything else is just like vanilla ClickHouse. And so the cool thing about this is if I go into my dashboard, I can see all of my scheduled resolvers. So for this one, we saw that it completed the last run. It was run, 6:45 UTC, etc. And if I jump into the actual scheduled run itself, I get a bunch of metadata. And so we have things like the features that were recomputed, the execution time, the output size. I only ran this for one row, but I can actually see the output of my scheduled run. So I can see like the AI call summary, the AI call type. And so we're actually using the scheduled run ourselves to build automated AI summaries from our transcripts. And so we essentially want a summary for different teams, so like a marketing team versus our sales team, or just like a general meeting summary. And then we do a bunch of like annotations with LLMs to identify things like, the call type or like risk flags. And then similar to that of an offline job, you get different feature statistics. And so things like the mean of a feature, the row count, zero count, the type, the data type. These are going to be mostly null because I only did this for one row and because a lot of this is just text data. But if I keep scrolling, I can actually also see our DAG. So we can see what our query plan looks like. We can see that, we pulled a bunch of Fathom call data for a particular call. We extracted a bunch of features. We did some aggregation, some expressions, and these are our AI summaries and stuff. And so that's a quick example of scheduled queries. Hope this helps.